Bienvenidos are only in Colombia. You've already seen my introduction video, so you know what we're all about here. And today we're going to be talking specifically about Aguardiente. That's the Colombia's national drink. It translates to Firewater. Now this is a drink that's drunk by everybody in Colombia, absolutely everyone. From when they begin to drink until they're 90 years old or when they die, they drink Aguardiente. In many countries you may have, for example in England, whiskey, but not everyone likes whiskey. In Colombia, everybody drinks Aguardiente. So, to begin with, here we have two different Aguardientes. This one, which is Antioqueña from Medellin, and this is a premium, what is now called a premium Aguardiente. And the other one we have, as you will see, in a Tetra Pak, not quite as elegant, and for the size of this, it's about half the price of that. This is the one that you begin drinking when you're a student. Give a little bit of background. Aguardiente, there you go, Alec is a student. Aguardiente is a sugarcane derived drink. They put different levels of aniseed in the drink to make different flavours, and there's a huge amount of rivalry between the different brands. Each region of Colombia pretty much has their own Aguardiente. It can be sold throughout Colombia, not just that one specific region. And as I mentioned, there are, I don't know actually how many different brands there are, but there could be up to, I don't know, 50 maybe, would you think, Alec? Maybe 50 different Aguardientes. As I said, some better than others. So what's the idea of today? If we're paying double for this one, is it actually better than this? Can we actually tell the difference? So we're going to do a blind test today. Now, I don't claim to be any expert in Aguardiente. Alec is actually probably a bigger expert than I am. He was born here. He's drunk this from when he was allowed to start drinking at legal age, probably before that actually. So he may have a better palate for it than I have. So he could have a much better idea. So what we're going to do, we'll do a blind test. I'll prepare 2 glasses of the drink for Alec. We'll see if you can actually taste the difference. Now, Aguardientes, it isn't a case of that one is matured for longer than the other. So not like a whiskey, you have an 8-year, 12-year, 18, 24-year. I don't fully understand. They both, I believe, are probably matured, I guess, or produced for the same amount of time. So is there actually a noticeable difference? Is it worth actually paying double for one than the other? So with no further ado, why don't we get into it and we do the test and see if Alec can actually taste the difference, and he can do the same for me. This one, as you see, the premium comes with a cork. So that's supposed to be, hey, a bit more elegant. The other Tetra Pak, Alec will open it with a pair of scissors.
There you go, guys. So for those ones who don't know, I'm Alex, so I'm Ian's son. So today we're going to do the experiment with him. Which is going to take longer than we thought of.
This is our first real video. As you'll see on the channel, we've had a couple more videos, drone videos. This is our first one, so please, bear with us. We are going to get some more professional equipment, so hopefully videos will get better, but hopefully it's still fun. That's the whole point of this. So Alex, please look away. And for those that can see, hello, I'll use 2 different size glasses. So the premium one, I'll put in this glass. Or doesn't that sound better when it comes out? And the cheaper one, I'll put in this glass, so you guys know which one Alec is trying and which is which. Okay, Alec, they're ready for you. Let's see if you can actually notice the difference.
Right, okay.
Both are very aniseed tasting drinks.
Nice.
They sort of warm you as they go down.
Sometimes what we do in Colombia is we wash down and we water down the Aguardiente with a little bit of beer. So hopefully we'll come up with this in our next videos.
It's one of many Colombian beers. We'll do another video in the future because there's a whole bunch of different Colombian beers. Most are owned by one brewery called Bavaria.
Yes.
But they do, well actually I don't know how many different ranges of beers. They do very regional beers. You know, this is not about the beers today, Alec, the other one. Now this is the way you drink Aguardiente. Aguardiente are just shots. You don't mix it, you don't really make cocktails with Aguardiente. It's a shot drink. The idea is that you can actually put it in the freezer beforehand because it's actually a bit nicer, probably not quite as harsh or burning when it's extremely cold. So Alec, what would you say is the premium one of these two?
Well, I don't know, it's a little bit different because this one is stronger but it has a little bit less of an aftertaste, which this one, you know, at the beginning is not as strong, but the aftertaste is much stronger. But I feel this one is the premium one, just because of the taste. It's just softer all throughout the drink. But yes, I just think this one is.
So this is a premium. Which one do you actually prefer? Do you prefer that as well?
Yeah, as well, yeah.
To give you so there's a difference, right? The cheaper one is 24% alcohol, and the premium is 29. So there is also a difference in the alcohol. So for you, this is the premium, and you were exactly right.
Oh, right.
You got it, bang on.
Experience.
Yeah, as I said, I may not be quite as as exact, so you can do the same for me. Try to remember which is which afterwards.
Okay.
I will look away and see if I can actually tell afterwards.
Okay guys, so premium one. Do a little bit of a twist here. Okay.
Ready?
And ready.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of a twist, so I did the same bladder, so it's a bit different.
Okay, so here we go.
I think.
Let's see if there's any difference in the smell. No discerning difference. I want to be able to tell any difference on the smell alone. So that's not a giveaway. Okay. Actually seems quite smooth, that one. It's warming me now.
Hence the name.
Oh yeah, I think as you said that seems to me a bit harsher, maybe a bit stronger.
So what's your verdict?
So my verdict is, I think that's the premium.
And you're completely right.
So
that
there is
the premium one. Maybe
a difference. What I would say personally is that you can actually tell that maybe that's a little bit stronger. That, as I said, 29% versus 24% APV. That tastes a little strong, but that's actually nicer. The aftertaste and the burn seems to be, whilst it tastes a bit stronger, the burn to me seems a bit smoother.
Yeah, exactly. No, for me the burn, it was a little bit the contrary. So the burn was harder, but the aftertaste, it was smoother. So
wash it down with a beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. The roll.
So there you have it. Aguardiente. There are, as I said, numerous different brands. It's a drink that has been around forever. Me being an expat here, when I moved here 25 years ago, before I had any children, when you first move here, of course, all Colombians see you must try Aguardiente. So within the first 2 months of moving here, I probably had enough for a lifetime. So I'm not a huge fan of Aguardiente now. I say once again, students, that's what they go to. They're not expensive drinks. To give you an idea, as I said, this one, the Tetra Pak, is a litre. The premium, it comes with a cork, is 750, and it's about twice the price. Now, do you think, in your opinion, does it justify paying twice the price?
Probably yes. I mean, I'm a student, so for experience I can say this is your go-to as a student. This is a little bit more, let's say, refined, as it is a premium version, but I think yes, you could chip in a little bit more and get something better. You can definitely taste and tell the difference. So yes, my advice is yes, just put a little bit more money in and you can get much more better Aguardiente.
Now, as I said, these are dry from sugarcane, but both of these Aguardientes that we're trying today are no sugar. I don't quite know how that works, but they both actually say, this will say sin azúcar, no sugar. This one also, I don't know my glasses, it's again no sugar. So once they're dry from sugarcane, now from what I hear, that helps the hangover.
Yes.
The lack of, the less sugar.
Definitely.
On the coast of Colombia, for example, they probably drink a bit more rum than they do Aguardiente, and rum is obviously just full of sugar. It's either sugar or extra sugar. There's no sugar rum. They I think hit me a bit harder. I think I would agree with Alec. I think I would rather pay a little bit more. Well, I say a little bit more, it's double. So let's put it into real terms. And so this one is about 60,000 pesos, whilst the litre one is about, I think, 32,000. But this is still not a top end or high end or expensive drink. To give you an idea, even this premium one is still probably only about, I think that's about $24. I'll put on the screen the exact price for the rate of exchange for today. So it's still not wildly expensive.
And if I may say, the fact that this is cheaper doesn't mean it's bad. It has a good flavour, but this one is just a bit better. You can tell the difference, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't buy this one. It's good, like we said, I'm a student, I drink it all the time, I'm fine.
You live on a budget.
Yeah, exactly. So you got a little bit of a budget or something, get this one, nothing wrong with it. But if you can spend a little bit of extra pesos or extra bucks, whatever, get this one definitely.
Excellent. Well, I hope that has been of some use to you guys. I think you can normally pick up Aguardiente in other countries. I do recall in England you could pick it up. In fact, we have a brother-in-law who has a Colombian restaurant in Germany. He lives there, obviously. But it's just it's an imported product there, and of course it costs at least 3 times as much there. But that's just to be expected, right? Because it's quite a niche market. You don't find a huge amount of Colombian restaurants around the world as you do maybe an Italian or Mexican restaurant that are everywhere. Colombian restaurants are far more niche, so you would expect to pay a little more for the products because they're not imported in the same quantity as obviously more mainstream alcohol. So I hope that's been of use to you guys. Give it a try. If you can get it in your country, try it. I think you'll enjoy it. It's an aniseedy kind of drink. Remember, it's pretty much law, as Alex said. You've got to kind of chase it down and wash it down with a beer, hopefully a Colombian beer. We will do another video in the future on beers, and specifically Colombian beers, because that's the whole idea of this channel. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe, leave us a message down below, and see you next time.